Hit record. All right, we are rolling. I've decided to add this bar to the back of my halo for a couple different reasons. For one, I think it looks really cool. It makes these corner pieces complete the look. It'll also make it a little bit stronger if I hit rocks on the sides of here. And then also, it's a little bit lower than the very top of the halo. That'll give me a place to put some chase lights, breathers somewhere for my fuel system, and I think it just adds a little bit more structure and look to the whole thing. So now this whole halo has to come out through the top so I can get it set on the ground and weld it up. You know, that's gotten pretty heavy. Accumulated a little bit of weight. I'd say maybe 150 pounds. It'd be interesting to put this down on the ground and see what it looks like. This clamp here has become out of alignment, and that's just because when you weld everything, it pulls itself in and out. And probably what happened was when I welded all this stuff together, it heated it up and pulled it in. It's only about 1/16 of an inch off, but it means that I'll have to use some kind of clamp to pull this back over when I put it back on. Well, I suppose it would be a good idea to talk about this roll cage just to wrap up my final thoughts. These back corners here were by far the hardest part to modify, just because I didn't really do any math or geometry on the angle of this approach versus the angle of those down bars in the back. But keep in mind that, oh, that's not a very good pointer. But also keep in mind that from this corner back is of my own design and does not come with the XO-FAB cage. The usable parts you get from the XO-FAB cage is basically from this point forward, and everything behind that is just something that I came up with on my own. This tube here has a bend in it that comes down and then down to the bed. This is actually one of these spreader bars cut in half and used to build that whole back cage. These were extension pieces for the halo that I bent at a 90 and cut up. This is just some seam welded tube that I put in here for a little extra support. This tube right here would be part of the spreader that I was talking about. And then this was another straight piece that I got with the XO-FAB kit that I bent so that I could tie that directly into the coil springs. If you'd like to, you can actually buy just the front half of this cage. If you call XO-FAB, they'll be more than happy to sell you just this front part of the cage, and will cost you significantly less money. And then you go buy some tubing and build onto the rear of the cage if you want to. So on the Jeep XJ, the halo would actually come all the way back here, which would be kind of a neat design to see if someone just built the XO-FAB cage the way it was intended and built like a whole ladder rack system up here. I think that would look pretty cool too. But for me, I think it would be a little more extra weight up top, and I don't really need to carry any cargo or any weird fancy fuel cans or anything on a ladder rack like an Overlander. So that's it for the roll cage. It's been 5 or 6 videos and I finally got through it. I appreciate all you guys joining me for this project. I'm really excited about this back section because I'm gonna mount a radiator and a transmission cooler and my fuel filter and some chase lights. So I'm leaving the back half of this cage off because I've still got to do some stuff underneath this bed. I've got to build the rear axle. I've got to weld a couple of things. I've got to finalize the rear suck down winch, build a rear bumper. There's trim under the bed that needs to get cut off. So I'll be doing that in the next month or so, and you're not going to want to miss that. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. It's 100% not perfect, but I like it.